Satnam. This is Sandri Kaur for the cycle of the goddess that you are. Today I want to share with you how to use the energy of this new moon happening on the 16th April, 1:57 UT, Universal Time. The new moon is produced at 26 degrees in Aries, and it's about I am, I exist. That's number one, and that's the energy represented. And this is the wisdom of number one, represented by means of Goddess Shakti. Aries Shakti is the primal force, the creator of the universe. Number one is also representing your mind. It's representing your soul, the most pure and inalterate part of yourself, your true being within you. And in this new moon, there's a yin and a yang aspect in terms of what is happening astrologically. And this is what Shakti, that is mainly feminine, Jin energy, and number one, that is masculine, as it is an uneven number, are representing this getting together of the Yin and Yang energy in this new moon, where the sun and the moon are getting together in these 26:02 degrees in Aries. So I'm going to start with the Jing energy, sharing with you that the Jupiter retrograde opposing Venus in Taurus is bringing to you the will to transform yourself because of your own self-worth, of your own self-love. There have been many things happening lately in the last 6 months that have been making us struggle with a lot of happenings outside that have been very, very emotional inside, and that may have drawn you really out of your center. So if you're feeling pretty off-centered, this new moon is the moment of reset, of restarting, of connecting again with your primal source, with your Ek-On, with the fundamental vibrational energy that you are, with the fundamental vibration of your soul, of your number one, of your true being. So to sit still and meditate and come to the center of yourself, the center, and get in contact with your soul, number one, so that by means of this vibration you can project through your radiant body, number 10, that is Goddess Gaia, this authentic being, this true identity to the whole world. So this is how the radiant body can work for you, and also in reference to the longing that the Neptune in the 15th grade of Pisces, in this trigon with Jupiter retrograde on the 21 grade of Scorpio, it's making you long for going back to the source, going back to number one, and also speaking to you the sweet words of universal love. Because of this contact with Neptune, we may be feeling somehow a little bit more strong the wound of the world, or the suffering of the human beings and nature. And this is asking you to become number 10, become Goddess Gaia, in terms of voicing the ones without a voice. And so you may be claiming for more fairness, for more equality, and the yogic way of doing it, rather than claiming and going on a riot or on a strike or whatever, that I don't judge that either. The yogic way of doing that would be by vibrating your identity. When you work through your radiant body, when you know who you truly are, that is, you are in contact with your number one, with your Shakti within you. And for that purpose, I invite you to work with me and with the work I've already prepared for you in the book, The Cycle of the Goddess That You Are, that you can get through my website or my email address that incorporating in the video. So moon by moon, the work we are doing as women is contacting with the different archetypes and understanding the deep psychological meaning of these archetypes. And in here you are provided some tools: Kundalini yoga, meditations, affirmations, rituals, and other coaching tools, so that you can moon by moon keep working on yourself in order to develop the true goddess that you are. So when you get in contact with your true one, with the one who you truly are, and you recognize it, identify it, and by means of your radiant body, your number 10, you are able to project it, then you are helping to elevate the energy of the world, the energy of the planet Earth, the whole energy of and the understanding of humankind in the moment. And this is how we work as yogis, as yoginis, towards changing the world in the terms we want. So this is a little bit the answer to this yin aspect of the moon. And so the invitation of Goddess Shakti in this sense, in this moon, is to go within you by meditation, meditate and get in contact with your true being and work in your radiant body, so to make it stronger, to project who you truly are. When the caliber of your radiant body is big enough, your presence speaks for yourself. You don't need to speak aloud. You don't need to claim for anything. You don't need to go on a strike, on a ride, and anything, because your presence is speaking to you, for you. And so you can put it in at the surface of those without a voice, if you feel like. In the yang aspect, in this moment we have the moon and the sun together. This is what a new moon is meaning, that we have the subconscious side of ourselves, which is the feminine side, which is related to the mother and our internal mother, the need that we have for the seven things that make be in contact or related to the first 7 years of our upbringing. That is the moon. All this is the moon, and it has to do a lot with that Goddess Shakti. It's getting in contact, interfecundated with the sun. The sun is the masculine energy, the conscious, the energy of action, the presence in the world. So when we have a new moon, our subconscious and unconscious are getting together, and they are like having a conversation, and they are like updating with all this, what you've been experiencing and what you've been working on, consciously or unconsciously during this time. And so they upgrade, they catch up. And in this moment, we have this together, the moon and the sun together, doing like a sandwich between Aries in the grade 23 of Aries and Uranus in the 28th grade of Aries. All this together is making a squared angle with Pluto, the planet of transformation, in the 21st grade of Capricorn, and a wider square with Mars in the 16th grade of Capricorn also. All these astrological thing that it may mean nothing to you, means that you are getting the last bit, the last push of that aspect, this square between Uranus, liberation, and Pluto, power. In these last months, we've been working very, very hard on that. For a long time, we've had this square working, and this is the last chance, the last go, and the last push. So this transformation is getting you to liberation. And what do you have to get free from? Obviously, or most frequently, we think that things from the outside are the ones that are oppressing us. And when we get deeper, we realize that it's not what is happening around, that somehow we help co-creating it because of our frequency. All this what I've been telling you about the yin aspect and how to work as a yogi with number 1 and in this new moon. But that when we transform our understanding, when we transform ourselves within ourselves, then the things outside are not that important, are not having such an effect, because things can have a power over us, people can have power over us only when we give them our power. So the point in this new moon is really to reflect on that. And the transit of Chiron in the 29th grade of Pisces, that is the very last grade of Pisces, is called the critical degree, and so it is asking you to reevaluate and redefine your own history, the story of your history. What I mean, we all have a story. We all are busy. Our minds get busy with who I am, and I am like that because this and this happened to, and da da da. So we all have a story. So the invitation is to review the story and reset the story, so that this story that you are telling yourself is the source of your power. Chiron is the wounded healer, and so it is in its last degree, it's the critical degree, and so it's making you face all this vulnerability, all this inner pain that you have and that you cannot deny that you have. This is very much related with Goddess Nam, with the transcendent aspect, or with these really, really karmic things in your life that once and another are asking you to transcend beyond the real world. Because if you keep asking yourself, why me? Why did it have to happen to me? Why do I have to understand this? Then you won't get anywhere but into a deep, deep depression. But if instead of asking why, you go for the what for, if you transcend that, that is that what we've been working all the summer in 2017, when we worked in Shakti, 1 plus 10 Gaia makes 11, and of all these I have a lot of videos for free in my YouTube channel, and so you are invited to investigate and go backwards and get for free all this info that I've recorded through the summer when we were working on these. So when you get to understand that this what happened, it was a choice of your soul, number one, so that you could experience or grow beyond that. And because of that, in order to deliver the light, number 11, Goddess Nam, in the surrounding, in the world that your soul wanted to deliver, to do the work your soul needed to do in order to keep growing in this incarnation. So in this particular moon, the invitation of Goddess Shakti is for you to reevaluate and recreate, if needed, your own history, your own story about your history, so that it serves your power, your inner power. So just to sum it up, and after all this, what I've already explained to you, you're invited to meditate and get to the source, tap into your inner voice, your soul, and vibrate that own soul. Work on your radiant body, work on number 10, Goddess Gaia, so that you are able to project that using Gaia, Mother Earth, using the ionosphere of Mother Earth. So to project this identity, this is the caliber of your radiance. And so when you work through your caliber, your presence works for you. You don't need to speak louder, you don't need to shout, you don't need to claim and complain and go for things, you know, by means of force, but things come to you because you are radiating them from your true being, from identifying who you truly are. So this is the invitation of Goddess Shakti, so that you can work on that for 6 months. Then we will have the eclipse of the summer again, and then you will have a new push, so that moon by moon you can work on yourself and give birth to the goddess that you truly are. And this is the work that I humbly present to you in the book and in my videos. Satnam, I hope it worked for you.